Tonight I'm going to be attempting this desktop organizer that was designed by Glowforge user monosyth. When you become part of the Glowforge community, there is a forum available where people graciously will share their files. So user monosyth created this for his sister's birthday, it said, and I thought it looked awesome, and I wanted to try to create it myself. I've only had my Glowforge for a week or two that I've been able to use it. So let's see if a beginner like myself can get through this project. So I downloaded it, like I said, from the Glowforge community. So I'll go to File, Open, and it's in my download folder as deskorganizerbox.svg. So once I click on that file, this is what he had created. So this is how it will show up in your Silhouette Studio. You notice that the initials that you saw on the box are still on the design itself. So I want to get rid of those so I can use a different set of initials. So what I'm going to do is right click and push ungroup. Then I'm going to select that box, hit right click, ungroup again. So now it separates the box from the initials. You click on the initials and hit delete. This was where the initials were, and I do want to add some initials back. So if you go over to your left-hand toolbar and click the A, that will allow you to click and type in whatever initials that you want to use. I want to fill this in with a color just so that, well, two reasons. I want to be able to see it better while I'm working, and also with Glowforge, if you assign a different color to a piece, it allows the Glowforge to do a different function. I had an earlier video about that, but since I want the initials to engrave, I have to make it a different color than these pieces because I want them to cut. So I go ahead and move it over here, and I'm just going to color it blue. Making it larger by just clicking on it and dragging the bottom like that. So in Silhouette Studio, just to make sure this is aligned correctly, if you select by clicking and dragging, so you can see the box is selected and now the initials are also selected because they both have boxes around them. So if you go up here to your top toolbar, this is also a way to get to some of the options in the transform panel. If you click on this one, it will shift everything so that it's aligned with each other. So you saw that move over, and now it's exactly in the middle, centered into this piece. I think now we're ready to send it to the Glowforge. So the next step is to go to File. You want to go to Save As. I'll just save it on my desktop so it's easier to find. And I was playing around with this earlier, so I'm just going to go ahead and call it the same thing that I called it earlier. The important part is that you want to change your format to SVG. And again, that's only an option with the business edition of Silhouette Studio. Since I already had this file, I'm just going to replace it. This is what your design library looks like once you have access to the Glowforge app. I'm going to hit the download button, and we can see our file right here, and hit open. So it takes a few seconds. If you look down here in the corner, it says it's processing my design for me. And what this is showing is the bed of my Glowforge. This is a live image, so it looks like maybe I need to go and shift my material down a little bit as far as it can go, so that everything is on that board. So I'll just do that so you can see what that looks like. Okay, so I shifted it down and you can see that the image updated. Just gonna make sure, move it down a little bit more so that everything is on there properly. Just want to make sure by clicking on this that it is within my material that's in there and it looks like it's going to be fine. I always like to center it also, and you can hear that it's moving the camera to make sure it's focusing correctly. I'm still learning about that process. Sometimes when I get it to focus, it will figure out what type of proof grade material this is. But like I said, I need to figure out how to make it do that. Usually I just end up going up here to this left-hand corner, and right now it says unknown. And I do have the medium draft board proof grade material. Proof grade material being material that Glowforge basically creates, and it's designed to work in your Glowforge, and it already has all of the cut settings preloaded into the system. So you get samplings of different types of proof grade material once you get your Glowforge. So you can see once I clicked what type of material it was, it turned the line red, indicating that it will cut it now. So since we made the initials a different color in Silhouette Studio, it did separate it out as a separate function than cutting the box. So we want to change the initials from cut to engrave. So you just click on that and go to engrave instead. Now those initials are going to engrave instead of being cut out. So the next step is just to hit the print button, and I'm just going to move this over a little bit. I haven't tried cutting through the sticker that comes on the proof grade material yet, but you know, first time for everything. We'll try that out tonight too. So up here in the right hand corner is the print button, and I'll hit that, and then a light lights up on the Glowforge machine, and you push that button and it will begin to cut. So right now it's still preparing, and then it gives you an estimate of how long it's going to take to make your design. So it says this should take about 11 minutes. So I'll go ahead and hit print on that and then go video what happens in the machine. It starts off doing the engraving of the initials, and at this point I'm doing it at normal speed to demonstrate how fast the machine moves. Okay, so I've sped the video up and chopped it down a little bit because it does take the 11 minutes and 22 seconds. And I'll slow it back down at the end so you can see how fast the cut speed is versus doing this engraving. for this last leg, we're back at normal speed, so you can see how fast the Glowforge will cut. And this is the Pro model, which is supposed to be the fastest. And this is what the screen looks like when you are done printing. So let's go ahead and take it out of the machine. At the beginning here, I'm removing the masking material that comes on the Proofgrade Glowforge products, and it does come on both sides, the front and the back, or the top and the bottom, but I've only removed one side of it because I knew that after I demonstrated this, I wanted to put it back in my Glowforge to do further customization. So that's why you're going to see that some of the pieces still have the masking material on it.